Will this prophecy finally come true?
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Bombshell revelations from the Michael Sussman trial that Hillary Clinton personally approved the dissemination of fake, false information, Russiagate hoax information to reporters. We know this now because her campaign manager, Robby Mook, has testified under John Durham's questioning that Hillary Clinton was involved. Also involved John Podesta, who was running and managing the campaign, and Jake Sullivan, the current national security advisor to Joe Biden. So Joe Biden implicated in all this. Now, this is breaking news. Let's hop over to the Daily Mail. Hillary Clinton approved sharing of debunked covert communications between Trump and Kremlin-backed Bank with press, even though she wasn't totally confident in the legitimacy, ex-campaign manager tells Durham at trial. Robby Mook testified on Friday that the campaign meeting on data says that Hillary Clinton personally approved the release of this data that was fake to the press, thus creating the Russia collusion narrative that we now know today to be totally discredited and debunked. They created the hoax. He admitted that the campaign wasn't totally confident in the legitimacy of the data, but was hoping a reporter could get it confirmed. Well, could it be that Michael Sussman, the lawyer, working with Mark Elias and with Christopher Steele and with Jaffe, Tech Executive One, that they all created the actual narrative themselves? The FBI is testifying that they knew from the start that this data was garbage and that it was manufactured. They knew also that Michael Sussman was working for Hillary Clinton when he came in to shop this data to them. The entire thing is a fraud. The entire operation is the wrap-up smear. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy Pelosi, take it away. This is what the wrap-up smear is.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic.
And so now we have, in plain as day, bombshell revelation from Robby Mook himself in this trial that they used the wrap-up smear on Donald Trump. They were giving fake, false information to the press and to federal law enforcement in order to try and kneecap Trump in the final days of the election. Robby Mook himself went out and started to spew this on Jake Tapper's show. This is the first time that these allegations were used against Trump. Watch this old interview and see if you can't see the telltale signs of the lying machine. Notice how they say it's been reported, and experts pointing to anyone else other than us, because we're the reason that this allegation exists. We manufactured it. We made it up. And now we're going to say, well, experts say that it's definitely Trump colluding with Russia. The original time, Robby Mook himself, he knows he's a liar. He's trying to save his ass from going to jail. Go.
Well, we need to let the experts speak on this. It's been reported on in the press that the hackers that got into the DNC are very likely to be working in coordination with Russia. What's disturbing to us is that experts are telling us that Russian state actors broke into the DNC, stole these emails, and other experts are now saying that the Russians are releasing these emails for the purpose of actually helping Donald Trump. I don't think it's coincidental that these emails were released on the eve of our convention here, and that's disturbing.
Reading to you from the New York Post, Hillary Clinton personally authorized her campaign to share since debunked computer data linking Donald Trump to a Russian bank, according to bombshell testimony from her 2016 campaign manager on Friday. Robby Mook testified as a witness In defense of former Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman, he told jurors that he discussed the matter with Democratic nominees shortly before the year's presidential election. Mook described the end of the conversation with Clinton as him telling her, hey, we have to share this and we want to share it with a reporter. And she agreed. So Hillary Clinton is complicit. Now, Hillary Clinton has not been asked a single time by a single journalist about this. Hillary Clinton was complicit in attempting to rig the election against Donald Trump by making up phony accusations. This is what we've been getting at. John Durham is using the RICO conspiracy strategy. This is how they get mob bosses. This is how they get John Gotti. RICO, the racketeering and criminality laws, say that in a racketeering charge, the muscle gets caught. They're the people who are actually committing the crime. In this case, the muscle is Michael Sussman. Michael Sussman commits the crime. He goes into the FBI. He lies. He gives them this phony document and this phony information that the Hillary Clinton campaign created. Hillary Clinton approving of him doing this. What you do is you get the person who's doing the crime, you bring them in, you charge them, or you tell them you'll charge them with a lot less, or you'll even let them go if they'll tell you who told them up the chain to do this, because they're always being run by someone. And so then you go up the chain and up the chain and up the chain. You finally get to the person giving the orders, which is the mob boss, the Don, the person in charge. And that's how you're able to get huge mob busts. Rudy Giuliani did this in New York very effectively in the 80s and 90s. It was what made him famous and got him to be elected the mayor of New York City, because he went after the mob so hard. This is what they're doing with Hillary Clinton. And our friend Kash Patel told Fox News this directly, saying that Hillary Clinton is the end result. Kash Patel, you got to listen to him, not just because he's a smart and decent and good dude, but also because he's the one who did the investigation against the Russian collusion conspirators. He did the investigation for the special counsel and did the interviews under oath. He did the depositions. And so Kash Patel knows this all leads to Hillary. Watch.
You know, we're talking about Sussman, we're talking about Baker, we're talking about Elias. But Hillary Clinton is the head of the campaign. And the headline for Andy McCarthy's piece is Clinton Lawyers Ridiculous Defense and Trump Frame-Up. And she really has never had to answer any questions about this. You know, she rolls her eyes, she says it's ridiculous. But at this point, when I read these things, I'm like, well, isn't it kind of obvious?
Yeah, and let's just step back a little bit. You know politics better than anyone, Dana. How can the head of the campaign who's running the ticket spend $10 to $50 million funding this disinformation campaign not possibly know about it? And who's on the stand tomorrow? Robby Mook, the Hillary Clinton campaign head. And who's after that? Podesta and possibly Jake Sullivan. These are people that ran her campaign. They're testifying in this trial because they knew where the money was going. And now she's going to come in and say, I still had no idea. I was spending $50 to $100 million of our campaign funds on Oppo research that was fake. It's a tough sell, but you're right. No one's asking her the hard questions.
So the entire fraudulence of Hillary Clinton and her campaign are starting to be unraveled here. The Federal Elections Commission has already fined Hillary Clinton and the DNC hundreds of thousands of dollars for lying about their relationship with the scumbag law firm Perkins Coie and with Fusion GPS. They've been fined. Now what will happen? Hillary Clinton has to be called in. This is so important because Hillary Clinton was trying to manufacture a narrative that Donald Trump was an illegitimate president because Russia helped get him elected. This is one of the biggest psyops and one of the biggest false flag operations in American history. Hillary Clinton attempting to rig our elections and question our election integrity over the course of many years. And she's on tape doing it. Watch.
It was all out and open, on the open. And of course, we know the Russians hacked the DNC, hacked my campaign, etc. So now it's also in the open. We'd like to help defend your country against Russian aggressiveness, but first we have a favor to ask of you, which is please go after Joe Biden and his son. There's another sideshow to this, which is help us try to undermine the Mueller report and all of the evidence from our intelligence agencies that the Russians interfered in the election, because, you know, Trump knows he's an illegitimate president who got illegitimate foreign help.
But ladies and gentlemen, today the hammer hit and smashed that narrative. We'll see what will happen to Hillary Clinton, but this is huge. This may be the beginning of the true collapse of this entire diseased temple, and we will be here for it. Thank you so much for watching. Our channel is here for the truth and also to make you smile a little bit in this extreme era of disinformation and misinformation and people trying to control your brain and what happens inside of it. It's so important that we support independent creators like our channel, and we thank you for watching. If you want to check out some more of our videos, we highly encourage that. Please punch the like and subscribe buttons on your screen to support our channel. It's free. And ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you are following along with independent creators who want to keep this place free. God bless you.